first question says, we have a list of numbers which includes 2, 4, 3, 4 again, 8, 1, and 14. What is the median? So median is basically the middle term. So a very common mistake that students make is that they don't reorganize the data set in ascending order and just try to find the median like in whatever manner the data is given. So what we're going to do first is that we're going to rearrange these values in ascending order. So we're going to start with the smallest, which is 1. Then we have 2. Then we have 3. Then we have 4 twice, 8, and 14. Now we're going to see which value is right in the middle of these values. So in total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 values. So it's an odd number data set. So in the odd number data set, you just pick the middle value, and that's your median, which in this case is 4. If it was an even number data set, let's say like we didn't have 14, it was just till 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8. Then what you would do is you would find the average of the two middle values. So the two middle values in that case would be 3 and 4. And the average of 3 and 4 is 3.5. So if it was an even data set and we didn't have 14, then your median would be 3.5. And if it's an odd number data set, then you just spot the middle value after rearranging the data set in ascending order, and that's going to be your answer. Then mode. Mode is your highest frequency. So any value that's occurring the most, that is your mode value or the model value. So in this case, we can see that 4 is occurring twice, so that's 4. Next question says, Anna has a mobile phone. Text messages cost 3 pence each. Calls cost 5 pence per minute. She also has to pay £10 each month. In September, Anna made 100 minutes of calls and sent 70 text messages. How much was her bill in September? She has to pay £10 each month, so 10 plus, if she's made 100 minutes of calls, 100 times 5, and then we have 70 times 3. Now, a very common thing that students miss out is that the difference in units. The cost for text and calls is given in pence, and the cost per month that she has to give, like the fixed amount, that's in pounds, which means we either convert the pounds into pence or the pence into pounds. If I convert the pounds into pence, 1 pound is 100 pence. So 10 would be 1,000. So that's 1,000 plus 500 plus 210. And that's going to be 1,710 pence. If you want to convert this into pounds, divide this by 100, so that's going to be 17.1 pounds. That's your answer. Then it says in the grid, each row adds up to the number to the right. Find the values of W, X, Y, and Z. So if we add the 4 W's, that equals to 20. So 4W equals to 20. W is 5 because 20 divided by 4 is 5. Now 2W plus 2X is 24. 2W plus 2X is 24. So that's twice of 5 plus twice of X equals to 24. 2X is 24 minus 10, which is 14. X is 7. Now, Y is W plus X plus X plus Y. W plus X plus X plus Y equals 25. So 5 plus twice of 7 plus Y equals to 25. So Y would be 25 minus 14 minus 5, which equals to 6. Now, lastly, for Z, we're going to do W plus X plus y plus z equals to 30. So that is going to be 5 plus 7 plus 6 plus z equals to 30. So that's 30 minus 18, which equals to 12. These are your values of w, x, y, and z. Then it says, write down the type of triangle shown on the left and work out the perimeter of the triangle. So as you can see, two sides are equal, and the third one is 3.9. A very common mistake we can make is that we don't look at the question properly and we imagine that, oh, the third value is also 3.8. And then we write the answer as the equilateral triangle. But since only two lengths are equal, so it's an isosceles. And the perimeter would be the boundary of the entire shape. So we add up the lengths. And that gives us 11.5 centimeters. Last question says that the pie chart shows the colors of the counters in the back. There are 48 counters in total. How many are red? So the angle for red is given as 120. So 120 out of 360 is basically x, which is the number of counters that are red, divided by total counters, which is 48. So 120 over 360 times 48 equals to x, which is basically going to give us 16. That is the number of red counters in the bag.